Welcome, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to learn about UMBC Shady Grove and the transfer process. Before we dive in, I want to share a little bit about our peer advisory team, or PAT for short, who is featured on your screen. Our PAT team consists of current UMBC Shady Grove students who are once in your shoes, exploring their options and planning their transfer to UMBC Shady Grove. Our PAT members are student leaders here on campus who are here to welcome you, our new students, and serve as points of contact for any questions or concerns you may have in joining the UMBC Shady Grove community. If you attend any of our events or eventually transfer to UMBC Shady Grove, you will have the opportunity to connect with them. So to kick off the information session, I want to first give a brief overview of the universities at Shady Grove and how UMBC fits in within the USG community. USG is a full-service collaborative campus that hosts 9 different USM institutions, with UMBC being one of those 9. USG is a full-service collaborative campus because we have food options, a gym, student services such as counseling or career and internship assistance, student organizations, and a full-service library, just to name a few. These are all available here at USG and are shared amongst the students across the different institutions. So you could be in the library sitting next to a College Park student, or in a student organization with a Towson student. There are also USG scholarships, which I'll dive into a little bit later. I also want to mention we are exclusively transfer students in our undergraduate programs. That is because we offer the upper level coursework in our undergraduate programs here at our Shady Grove campus. Additionally, there are no repeat programs, meaning each institution offers their own specific programs here at USG. So what are UMBC's undergraduate programs? Well, we have 7 undergraduate programs: computer science, history, mechanical engineering, political science, psychology, social work, and translational life science technology, or TLST. I won't go into detail about any one particular program here, but if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. So we briefly talked about USG as a whole, and now I want to specifically talk about UMBC at USG. At UMBC Shady Grove, we generally have a little over 400 students total in our undergraduate programs. So you're going to see the faculty or the student to faculty ratio, which is 18:1 in your smaller class sizes. With these small class sizes, you will have the opportunity to really engage with other students and your professors. These small classes give you the opportunity to ask questions, participate in conversations, and connect. I also want to mention the average age of our students is 28. I mention this because it shows that we have students with diverse perspectives who are joining us from various points of their educational paths. This gives us the ability to have really rich, diverse conversations and points of learning in our classes. At this point, I also like to point out that as a student here at UMBC Shady Grove, you are a true UMBC student and are earning the same degree as our students at the Catonsville campus. When you graduate, you'll receive a diploma that says UMBC, and there's no asterisk or any kind of indication that coursework is completed at the Shady Grove location. It's a true UMBC degree. And as I mentioned earlier, we are 100% transfer students, so it's important you review your program's prerequisite and recommended courses prior to transfer. So let's talk about preparing for your transfer. We do typically recommend students earn at least 45 credits or more and earn an associate's degree prior to transferring, but an associate's degree is not required to transfer. There are also specific prerequisite and recommended courses for each of our undergraduate programs. The courses are listed on our website under each program page. Be sure to use these as a reference in your planning. I would also highly encourage you to meet with one of our pre-transfer advisors by registering for a virtual pre-transfer advising appointment. The link to register for an appointment is shadygrove.umbc.edu /pre-transfer. During your appointment, you can review your coursework history and develop a plan of action for transfer. You're not in this alone. As you're thinking about transferring, I also encourage you to consider enrolling in one or both of our transfer access programs. The Transfer Student Alliance, or TSA, is for all community college students who have completed about 12 to 35 credits, have a 3.0 GPA at the time of applying, and are intending to earn their associate's degree prior to transfer. If this sounds like you, then I encourage you to go ahead and apply to TSA today. As a TSA member, while at the community college, you will have the opportunity to enroll in UMBC courses for a discounted price, and you receive a tuition fee waiver when you apply for admission to UMBC. If you graduate with your associate's degree at a 3.5 or higher, you are also eligible for a specific scholarship of $1,500 for up to 2 years of study here at UMBC. Raptor to Retriever is specifically for Montgomery College students who have about 12 to 35 credits completed or about a year left at Montgomery College prior to transfer, and have at least a 2.0 GPA and are intending to earn their associate's degree. R2R is an awesome structured pathway that will assist you with navigating the transfer process. You will receive semesterly pre-transfer advising and have access to workshops and a peer network that is exclusively for R2R students. You also can get an application fee waiver when you apply for admission to UMBC, and you get purple and gold graduation boards. So once you've planned for your transfer, you will want to then review the application process. So first, you'll want to submit your application through the Common Application or Common App, and the link for the application steps is undergraduate.umbc.edu/apply/shady-growth. I do want to point out the application is the same for students interested in taking classes at our Catonsville or Shady Grove campus. It's the same application because you will be a UMBC student earning a UMBC degree. The way you distinguish what campus you're interested in attending is by selecting Shady Grove as your campus of interest, which is a drop-down question under the Questions tab in your Common App. After you submit your application, be sure to request your official transcripts to be sent to UMBC undergraduate admissions. For anyone interested in applying for the spring semester, our priority deadline is October 15th, and our regular deadline is December 1st. For those interested in transferring into a fall semester, our priority deadline is March 1st, and the regular deadline is June 1st. These deadlines are the same each year, so they will be applicable whether you're applying for this year or beyond. We encourage students to apply by the priority deadline so you can receive full admission and merit scholarship consideration. If you have any questions about the application process, please feel free to reach out to a staff member here at UMBC Shady Grove. I also want to mention financial aid and scholarship opportunities. As I mentioned, there are UMBC merit scholarships you could be eligible for. You don't need to do anything extra to be considered for these scholarships. Just apply by the priority deadline. We also encourage you to complete your FAFSA. If you're transferring in the spring semester and you've already filed it for the academic year, you don't have to file a new FAFSA. Just be sure to go ahead and add UMBC. Our code is 002105. There are also other scholarships you can submit an application for. Students attending an institution at USG can apply for USG scholarships. The link is shadygrove.umd.edu/admissions-aid/scholarships. In addition to the UMBC merit-based scholarships that you're automatically considered for by applying for the priority deadline, there's a UMBC database for additional scholarship opportunities you could be eligible for and this does require an application. You can find that UMBC Scholarship Retriever database at scholarships.umbc.edu. I know we covered a good amount of information in a short amount of time, so if you have any additional program-specific questions, please feel free to reach out to our program directors, and they would be happy to assist you. I also want to include a few other resources to help with the transfer process that you can refer to beyond today. If you'd like to review your coursework and develop a plan of action for transferring, I highly encourage you to register for a pre-transfer advising appointment. You can register for an appointment by visiting shadygrove.umbc.edu/pre-transfer. If you have any questions about UMBC Shady Grove in general, pre-transfer advising, the application process, or just the overall transfer process, please feel free to reach out to a member of the UMBC Shady Grove team. You can find the staff's contact information at shadygrove.umbc.edu/staff. And if you're not sure where to start, you can always email shadygrove@umbc.edu and someone will be in touch. Thank you for hanging out with me to learn more about UMBC Shady Grove. We encourage you to learn more about UMBC Shady Grove and the transfer process by attending some of our events. You can find our events listed at shadygrove.umbc.edu/visit. Thank you again, and we look forward to working with you.